We are seeing the parameters of the covalent bond. Now yesterday we see the two molecules having the zero dipole moment, that are beryllium dichloride and boron trifluoride. Now let us see some another molecules which have lone pairs on their central atom, such as ammonia, water, NF3. Now due to these lone pair also there is the effect on the value of the dipole moment, because these lone pair of electron also contribute into the resultant dipole moment. Now see, lone pair and dipole moment. This is the another topic. There may be short note on this topic in the examination. Now see, in the molecules like NH3, H2O, NF3, the central atom has unshared lone pair of electron. Unshared means unpaired lone pair of electron. Now we know that in ammonia or nitrogen there is the one lone pair of electron. Lone pair means such electrons which do not participate in the bonding. They not form the bond with the another atoms. And in water molecule there we know in hybridization there are the two lone pairs of electrons. And due to that lone pair bond pair repulsion, the distorted tetrahedron shape of the water and ammonia molecule than the regular tetrahedron as that of the methane, because in methane carbon do not have such lone pair of electron, so methane have the regular tetrahedral shape, we know that. And because there is the repulsion between the lone pair and bond pair, so they pushes this that is the bond pair to the closer, and the regular tetrahedral bond angle 109 degree 28 minute decreases in water 104 degree 28 minute and ammonia 107 degree. We know that in the hybridization. Now this is the effect of the lone pairs. Now in the molecules like ammonia, water, NF3, the central atom has the unshared lone pair of electron. These lone pairs also contribute the overall dipole moment in the molecule. Both NH3 and water, now molecules have highly polar because they have 1 and 2 lone pair of electron respectively. And the dipole moment of water is more than the NH3, because in NH3 there is only one lone pair and in water there is the 2 lone pairs. Now see the molecules. Now here this value of the ammonia, the dipole moment is 1.48 only dy, and in water it is 1.85 dy. This is larger because there are the 2 lone pair, and this that is the addition of the dipole moment in this direction of the oxygen and as well as nitrogen, because these hydrogens are less electronegative. Now consider the another molecules, the comparison of the two another molecule, that is ammonia and that is the nitrogen trifluoride. Now in case of ammonia, hydrogen is very less electronegative atom than the nitrogen. But in case of NF3, fluorine is highly electronegative than that of the nitrogen. So in case of this ammonia, see here, the dipole moment is on the direction or in the direction of the resultant dipole moment, or are in the upper side, because this nitrogen is more electronegative than this 3 hydrogen atom. So there is the addition of dipole moment. All the dipole moments are in the same direction. So this ammonia molecule have larger dipole moment value than the NF3 molecule. Now see, in the NF3 molecule what happened? These fluorines are more electronegative, so they acquire partial negative charge, and this nitrogen becomes here partial positively charged because nitrogen is less electronegative. So the dipole moment of nitrogen is on this direction, and the 3 NF bonds dipole moment is on the another direction. So there is the subtraction of the dipole moment and the value of the dipole moment decreases. But here is the addition. Now see, the NH3 and NF3, both these molecules are pyramidal in shape. You are seeing the pyramidal shape of these molecules. Now this is a pyramidal shape of these molecules in this. Now there is also the pyramidal shape. Now in ammonia, hydrogen is less electronegative and in NF3 chlorine is more electronegative. So the difference in the dipole moment is because of, in case of ammonia, orbital dipole due to the lone pair is in the same direction of resultant dipole. Resultant means total dipole moment. So the NF3 molecules have that is the same direction of the dipole moment as that of the resultant dipole moment of the 3 NH bonds. Therefore, there is the dipole moment gets added and value increases. But in case of NF3 molecule, the directions are to the opposite. Sorry, the dipole moments are to the opposite directions. So there is the subtraction of the dipole moment and the value of the dipole moment decreases in that case. Now consider the methane molecule which have the that is zero dipole moment, because in methane molecule there is no such lone pair of electron. So in methane the value of dipole moment is zero, and methane molecule is the non-polar molecule. There is not such polarity or partial positive or negative charges in methane molecule. So the dipole moment in methyl is that is the zero. But if we take the such compound that is chloroform, you know the chloroform CHCl3, this is the chloroform, or it is also called as the trichloromethane, because the 3 hydrogen atom of the methane are replaced by the 3 chlorine atom. Now in case of this, chlorine atoms are very electronegative. So they have partial negative charge on them, and the dipole moment in this way there is the resultant dipole moment in this molecule chloroform. But methane have the zero. The value of the resultant dipole moment in chloroform is 1.04. That is bigger. In case of the that is chloroform molecule, the dipole moment is in this way. Again, now see the what is the covalent character of the ionic bonds. You know that in some compounds like that of the lithium chloride, the lithium chloride is actually it is the ionic molecule, but it acts as that of the covalent. Why? Because we know that ionic molecules are dissolved in water, that is the polar solvent. But you know that the organic compounds not dissolve into the water, because organic compounds are covalent compound. They dissolve in the organic solvents such as benzene, carbon tetrachloride, ether, etc. But they do not dissolve into the water. But though this lithium chloride is the ionic compound, but it dissolves in the organic solvent. That means it acts as the covalent compound, though it is ionic compound. Now why this happen? Now if the positive charge on the positive atom is that is higher than that of the negative charge, then such molecules are ionic. But if the positive charge is less and negative charge is higher, then they behave as the covalent compound. So some of the compounds in nature, though they are ionic, but they behave as the covalent compounds. Another thing is that why they are such acts as that is the covalent compound. The another case is that their outer electronic configuration. If there is the d orbital in the outer shell is the d orbital, then there is the screening effect. We will see the screening effect in chapter number 7, but now I tell you in short what is the screening effect. Screening effect means, screens means that is the curtain. So if there are the d orbitals, there is so many electrons, 14 electrons are there in the d orbital. So the nucleus and the outermost shell electrons attraction becomes very less, and due to that what is happened, such compound acts as the covalent compounds, though they are the ionic compounds. But if the d orbital is not present, then the attraction is less of the outermost electron and nucleus, so electron can easily donated and there is the positive charge, and such compounds are called as the ionic compounds. Another is the main reason that greater the charge on cation, more is the covalent character and of the more covalent character than that of the ionic character. For example, see the example, aluminum trichloride. In this compound, aluminum have +3 charge. In magnesium dichloride, magnesium have the +2 charge, and in NaCl, the Na have the +1 charge. So what they said that is greater the charge on the cation, more is the covalent character. That means NaCl is the ionic compound. But as the charge on magnesium and aluminum increases, Na have only +1 charge, positive charge. But they have the larger positive charge, so they behave as the covalent compound. Now this is the next reason why the ionic compounds are behave as the covalent compound. That is the separate topic. Now this is our end of this chapter, and the resonance topic is remaining, that we'll see after the section 2 in the resonance structures.